Hey guys, welcome back to yet another bullet journal video. Yeah, I actually was going to make this part of my January setup, but then that video was long, so I was like, I don't want to make it longer, and that is why I made this differently. So as you saw, I have 5 bullet journals for 2020, and I'm just going to be very honest in this video that none of the spreads in these bullet journals are like super pretty or super perfect. They are not aesthetic. They are all not very eye pleasing because I don't really bullet journal just for social media. I do it as a therapeutic activity. So in January, I did not really have any theme. It was just me doing freestyle bullet journaling. I like to call it a freestyle bullet journaling since I make my to-do list and I journal whenever I feel like. And then we moved to February, and as you can see, February was the week where, like, week. February was the month when I had my exams, board exams, which were quite a big deal, and that's why I didn't really journal a lot, and there's not a lot in the spreads because I was mainly focusing on my exams. And then we moved to March. Now, March was supposed to be very chill month for me because my exams were done and I was like going to have a break, but unfortunately, as soon as my exams were over, in next week the lockdown started, and it actually started on my birthday. So it was quite a bad thing for me. And in April, I kind of like lost my bullet journaling thing because I was taking a break and I was enjoying my life at that point. So I was like, no, I don't want to bullet journal because I don't really need to make a to-do list. And then we move to next to do like bullet journal. Now as you can see, the pages of this journal is like green, and the reason behind that is I did not have a journal in my house at that time, and due to lockdown I really couldn't get a book. And it is clearly seen in this bullet journal that I completely hated this journal because I did not make my spreads great as much as I usually do. I was like using it just for my to-do list and functional uses. And this was where I decided that I want to start my YouTube channel, and that's where my YouTube channel planning and everything went in. And then we are going to move to my next bullet journal, which is random notebook I found in my room because once again due to lockdown I really couldn't get a bullet journal. And this notebook that I'm going to show you now is actually a notebook my brother had and he did not use it, so I was like, let me use it. So yeah, this was a lined notebook, and as you can see, starting few pages are quite empty because I thought I'll go in and make some spreads, but I never did. And this was my first YouTube video which I made a spread on, and as you can see in this I added a tracker because I usually do make a tracker, but in January February I did not. And yeah, the spreads are empty here, but then the weeklies are quite full because in weeklies I did a lot of planning with related to studies because I was still supposed to give my NEET examination, which was actually supposed to be in on like 2nd of May, but it not happen because of the lockdown and COVID-19 situation in India. So yeah, I kind of was getting back in bullet journaling here, as you can see. And you can see I draw cute little doodles of Taeyong, and yeah, I really love those. And this bullet journal is like not completely filled. It has a few pages empty at the end, and it only has May and June in it, and like just a little bit of yeah, some spreads that are quite personal, and I'm not going to show those because like they're personal. Okay, now next we are going to my next bullet journal, which was an actual bullet journal that I use usually in like for bullet journaling, which is an Amazon Basics dot like square grid one. And I started it with a quote, and then there's my calendex. I have a bunch of my friends' birthdays and K-pop birthdays in there. Then this is the June setup. I do have a video of this. It was very simple kind of setup, and it was completely used as a productivity thing that time because exam was still near, and my exam was then supposed to be on 26th of July, which again was postponed to my horror, and then I was again stuck for studying that exam for a bit longer. And in this journal I was like enjoying my work because we just brought a new printer and I could like get a bunch of photos and stickers out. So yeah, I do have a bit of pictures and stickers in it. And then this one also did not have like a theme throughout it. The theme kind of stopped in between, and then I just changed the color as the week went on. Not really focusing on the theme back then, I don't know why. And yeah, this is like a schedule I was making for my exam, but then the exam was again postponed, and like I was very angry. Then this spread I made after my exam was again postponed, so I was very angry. This is July. I actually have video of this as well, and this was the month I used a productivity tracker, and I had used a productivity tracker before this and I really enjoyed it, and once again give it a try. I enjoyed it in that month, but later on whenever I made a productivity tracker I did not ended up using it. I don't know why. And yeah, the weekly, this is the gratitude list. I was trying to make gratitude list that time because I was not really happy with how my life was, but then having gratitude was very important at that point because I would like get angry at anything. And you can see I have made like a scrapbook journal thing here. I was like very bored and I wanted to do something, but I couldn't really keep up journal, so I just made this. And as you can see, few pages are empty, few spreads are empty, and I'm completely fine with it because like bullet journaling for me is not like for social media. It's mostly for my own sake, for my planning, for my activities that I like to do, for my therapeutic work. So that's all. Again, you can see I have made a list of topics, and then I drew this tablet, but then I did not make anything in it. I don't know why. And this spread was like my favorite in this month because like it looks pretty and colorful. And then once again there are few empty spreads, some planning, some study related planning. Then once again this is the last week of July, and then we go to August. Now for August I made Maze Runner theme spreads. I really loved those spreads because they were like pretty and amazing. Like my style, I like to be maximalist, and due to the exam and stuff I didn't really do it. See, I said like productivity trackers, I did not use them afterwards, and that's like one example there. I did not use my gratitude list as well. August was like super crazy and busy kind of thing. So yeah, I really love Newt, and like these spreads were like my favorite. Newt is my favorite character from the book as well as from the movie, and the actor Thomas Sangster, I had a huge crush on him. So yeah. Then this was one of my favorites as well because like look at the Griever that I drew. The Griever looks kind of creepy, but then I really love this spread because of it. Then we have this spread, then this spread which was empty. I did not do anything because my exam was really close. And then this is the September's cover page, and I still haven't wrote anything on it. I'm like, I should have wrote September. And then I did not use this spread at all because of my exam. My exam was on 13th of September, and I did not do anything in my bullet journal, which was very bad, and I hated it. But like exam was more important than bullet journal at that point. So yeah, now let's move to next bullet journal, which was my new bullet journal that I got. And I actually have few spreads of August and September in it because I wanted to make a larger list of things in it. And as you can see, the cover is very decorated with names of songs, and at the back I have wrote life goes on. So I decorated this journal very late. I think it was in like start of December, and this is supposed to be the Polaroid thing that I usually make, but then I did not make it this year. August, these are my spreads for August. I wanted to have some extra space than I had in the other bullet journal. That's why I made these, and these were like my freestyle spreads that I make. So I got more plays. These were like video ideas I was having. Again, a bit of study planning, some chapters and stuff, some mindful journaling, some ideas which I'm still using. And this spread, I really love it because, like, look at this picture of Tay. He looks so cute in it. And this, I don't know what it is, but I made it. So yeah, September, like, I made a very simple calendar, and then once again freestyle bullet journaling I was doing here because I do needed to do it. And a bit of emptiness, a bit of some writing, and yeah, that's how my spreads for these were. And October I made my theme as Disney because I was like into the song Mad at Disney, and I don't know why I made this, but like I made this. So anyways, again, my trackers are not completely filled, my gratitude list is not filled, it was incomplete. And then a bit of planning. This spread was my favorite. It was like beautiful. I really loved this spread. And again, this one I really loved it, but as you can see, it's quite kind of empty, because I didn't really have anything to do in that week. But this week I did have a lot of things to do, and it was Jimin's birthday, and then it was my results day as well, so that was very bad. But anyways, let's not talk about that. Then this week I've got Tay's quote from the 2020 class of 2020 graduation speech because I really loved it. And then there's some planning. A lot of planning goes in my bullet journal. I make a lot of spreads. This spread was made, but then it's empty. A bit of like mindful journaling again, a bit of planning again. Then a weekly vlog, like weekly, not vlog, weekly spread, and Yoongi's picture in here. Now next we're going to move to November, and November I had the theme Among Us because I had recently gotten in playing the game, but unfortunately I did not use it a lot. First 2 weeks of November I did not use it. My productivity tracker, I did not use it because I lost one of my close relatives, and then I couldn't really get myself up to doing anything at all. I was very shocked. It was my first time experiencing someone's death from this close, so I was very out of everything. So I did not really use my bullet journal then. And then you can see there's a bit of planning for Jin's birthday video that I uploaded on my other channel. And then it was in like third week of November that I picked up my pace. I got back into being myself. I got back into life because I can't really just sit there. The relative that would not want me to just sit here, so I started back with everything. December, I love December spread. I think if you ask me my favorite spread from my bullet journal 2020, it's going to be December, then November, and no, not November, December, then what was it, August, and then September, because I really loved them but I could not use them. And then these are the weeklies for December. As you can see, then again they are a bit empty. And yeah, this is the last week which I haven't used, and these are the spreads that I haven't used yet, which are very much needed for few next days. And that's all. I just wanted to say that your bullet journal doesn't really has to be completely filled. It's just supposed to help you throughout your life and not just something to be posted on social media. And if you are starting bullet journaling right now, I just want to say that don't stress out if your spreads don't look like certain people. Just do your thing, because like your bullet journal is supposed to represent who you are. That's all. That was the only point I made this video, because I wanted to show that your bullet journal does